Okay, next up, we have Anton Bukov, co-founder at 1inch Network, and he's going to talk to us about mastering a limit order protocol. Anton has been building software for over 20 years and touched on everything from iOS, network stack protocols, algorithms, compilers, dissemblers, you name it, he's probably done it. So his latest passion is blockchain crypto technology, and in particular, finding solutions to consensus problems, but I'm sure you want to hear from him. So please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm here to talk about building in DeFi, and maybe not everyone know, but it's possible to build great DeFi applications even without writing own protocols as smart contracts. You can use existing protocols to build new kind of things, new kind of interactions. So first of all, I will describe 1inch limit order protocol and what can be built on top of it. So first we see like our main priorities is it's MIT licenses. This means that you can do whatever you want with this code. It's free to use, free to change, free to deploy, whatever you want. There is no any protocol fees, ultimate gas efficiency. I don't know why, but we redeploy a new version once a year or once a half a year, something like that. But every time we push it forward by tens of percentages of gas usage. So it's cheaper than any other limit order protocol in the market. And we make it even cheaper with each release. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm writing smart contracts on my own also. So yeah, and we have unique features for builders. So there are so much things which can build on top of it. So I will describe it to you. So first of all, technical features which exist in this protocol. So each limit order can have pre and post interactions. So those who create order can set up something which could be executed before and after filling each order. There is a taker interaction. When someone gonna fill order, he can get maker's assets and execute arbitrary logic and only then provide taker assets. So arbitrage traders can not use own funds. You can get maker assets, trade it somewhere, and return taker asset to maker. And it's also possible to make reentrancy. You can fill multiple orders reentrantly, and you will take all the assets from all the makers, and then you should resolve this somehow to end with taker assets. Next thing, it's possible to encapsulate arbitrary logic inside tokens. You could use not token addresses as tokens, but proxies, or we call them now plugins. So you can build separate like few lines of code smart contract, which will make your orders behave differently. You can batch transfer of multiple assets. You can reward users. You can do whatever you want. Like we have examples of NFTs and ERC-1155, but for sure you can build arbitrary logic. One more thing is dynamic prices. This means that price of the order is not something frozen. You can have a smart contract with view method, which will return price or amount. And what you can build with it, for example, auctions or anything else. One more thing is predicate. Before each order is getting filled, if this order have predicate, this means that limit order protocol will check if this order is allowed to fill now. And this predicate, it's arbitrary call, static call, so you can have a separate smart contract with view method with arbitrary checks that time is okay, that price of Bitcoin is okay, that weather is okay. It does not matter, like it's arbitrary. And one more thing for sure, we support smart contract signatures. And yeah, what can be built on top of this limit order protocol? All what you can see on this slide. So we can have Dutch auctions. It's when price drops in time, and whenever arbitrage opportunity exists, someone will fill you. It's possible to build stop loss orders. It's like in completely decentralized environment. So you can have order to sell something cheaper than it currently costs, but only if, for example, Oracle returns some price below something. You could have trailing stop orders, range orders. Range orders is a cool idea that you could probably buy or sell some asset in some range. For example, you bought Ether and gonna sell it from 4 to 5K, and once price reaches like 4,100, you sold 10 percentages. Once it reaches 4,500, you sold half, and like that. One more thing is, actually you could build arbitrary trading strategy. You could have smart contract which somehow design it to make decisions when to buy something, when to sell something. This could be incorporated in something like ETF, smart contract, which is ETF of different assets. And one more thing which is possible is build liquidation wrapper. It's actually a good idea for hackathon that liquidation of positions could be wrapped into limit order. This would make liquidations more accessible for arbitrage traders. And using all these features which I showed, actually you can build any other things. I discussed with some guys who are working on NFT lending protocol, and they're gonna make returns via this thing, so people can borrow NFTs and then buy them back and return to a lender. They can buy different ones from the same collection. And it's what this protocol gives to different projects is that you actually don't need to write your own complex smart contract, and you don't need to audit it. So you can end up with some small smart contracts with just few functions or like small functionality, and it will be much, much easier to build your thing, audit your thing, and run it. And that's it. Do you have any questions? Okay. Yeah, we deploy this thing on most available chains who are EVM equivalent, and in the past 2 years, since we released very first version of this protocol, we reached like 85% of user trading volume. We're not in these statistics. We did not count the PMM's volumes, which is kind of arbitrage with centralized exchanges, so bridging their liquidity. So yeah, this protocol expanded a lot. It deployed on most of the chains, and yeah, if you need any other custom chain which is not used, you can deploy it on your own. It's on GitHub, it's MIT license, you can do it easily. And that's what I recommend you to do in your tests of your project. You can import this protocol and deploy it in your tests in every run. Yeah, Yeah, the thing is that on 1-inch frontend you can trade with, currently you can do fusion, you can use legacy trades, you can place limit order. And this thing which I described is about building new applications on top of existing protocol. This is not more, it's not like about integrating this protocol just for protocol, it's just about building new flows and new inventions and to reuse existing protocol which is already there. Any more questions?
Yes. Does the limit order is it centralized or centralized?
Actually, currently, orders are created off-chain with digital signatures, and they are stored currently on a web server. It's centralized. We are working on making it decentralized, like a mesh network for storing and exchanging those orders. But once someone gonna use it for own product, they can store these orders on their own in centralized or decentralized network. It does not matter. This thing is currently smart contracts, which can be deployed by anyone or used by anyone. And this, how it works, that someone who is maker of the order creates it off-chain, and those who gonna fill it interacts with smart contract on-chain. And yeah, you can store these orders on your own. Okay, thank you.